Ready when you are.
All praise to the Most High.
You pretty much do. Are you taking pictures from the phone?
Nah, ain't no phone. Nah, it's a camera.
Oh, straight?
There's a camera. Check this out. All praise to the Most High, the God Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's the ancient world right here. Anybody that can see, you can zoom in on that. That's what the Egyptians look like. The ancient world. It was dark-skinned people. See what I'm saying? Now the thing is, if you know anything about the Bible, the children of Israel were always mistaken for Egyptians, meaning they were dark-skinned. Israelites or Jews in the Bible are dark-skinned people. Now, on page 58 of this, I want to show this and bring this up. A lot of people see we be hitting script, but they don't know the historical connection. This right here is an ancient depiction on what Jews look like according to the Bible. Jesus' ancestors. Get a close-up right there, bro. It's the top corner. My hand there. Now you got to understand how Jews known as white people. It don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Got that right here in the caption. It says, Syrian soldiers drive Jews into captivity. The Assyrians conquered Israel in the 8th century BC. Some Jews were deported, but the king of Assyria brought new settlers into the country who intermarried with remaining Israelites. Those are nappy locks and birds right there. That's a historical depiction of what Israel or the Jews look like. So when we come out and tell people that they Israelites and Jews, we ain't talking white folk. We're talking about more of the history. And this is under the Fair Use Act right here. This ain't for financial gain or none of that. This is just for entertainment, just for educational purposes. Alright? Right here. Contrary to popular belief, King James, he was a dark-skinned man. Close up on that, bro. Under the Fair Use Act, we can use this information if it ain't for financial gain or nothing like that. You feel me? And we ain't tampering with it. Just for educational purpose. But even King James, who authorized the translation of the Bible, was a dark-skinned man. See that? Decided to bring some of these books out for people to understand what we're dealing with right here. This right here is Nature Knows No Color Line by J.A. Rogers. See that? And this right here on the front is Charlotte Sophia. She was a queen of England, a descendant of King James, actually. She was a sister. She was a black woman, though. On page... Let me get this for y'all real quick. Show y'all these coats of arms. All these coats of arms right here. Black Madonnas and all that. Brother went over to Europe in the early 1900s and did his own research. And his pictures of all black folks in Europe. Dark ages and all that. So y'all some more. This was Central Europe right there. Show you some more. So we can get some understanding. So when we tell you we Israelites, you ain't got to be laughing. Like we ain't did the research. The research is out there. Just a lot of brothers are lording over the flock, trying to sell this information. And all you got to do is just give it away. This is what I want to get to right here. Negroes and coats of arms, British families. The Moors of Yorkshire. Yorkshire is over in England. This is European royalty and nobility right here. Feel me? So just bringing out a couple of books. People can understand what it is right here. I got one more. I don't even bring all this stuff out because today is almost too much to get the Negro to do his own research. This right here called A Picture History of Jewish Civilization. When we tell you we Israelites, stop your laughing because we can prove it historically as well. This is what the Hebrews look like in the biblical period. Our forefathers who the Most High led up out of Egypt, this is how they look like. And the caption says, a Shemitic prisoner painted on terracotta from the period of the 19th dynasty. See that? The Hebrews of the biblical period. Children of Israel have always been a people of color. They're not who you think today, Jewish folk. Read Revelation 2 and 9 and 3. This right here are some slaves of the Egyptians. These are war captains. Read Exodus chapter 1. We were thrown into slavery in Egypt. Shots fired at you Egyptologists talking about ain't no such thing as Hebrews being in slavery. Here it is right here. See? Men treading grapes, afros. Look at that. We ain't just talking. Thousands of war captives who were transformed into slaves made it possible for the Egyptian kings to implement their feats of engineering. Chained captives are shown on these painted clay-facing plaques from a building erected by Ramses II. See, Ramses in the Bible is historical. He's in the Bible, Ramses. In honor of the king's brave warriors from the period of the 19th dynasty. So the question is, who were these chained slaves in Egypt that made it possible for the pharaohs to build those great treasure cities? Answers in the Bible, Exodus chapter 1. Children of Israel. I just want to go through a few things real quick. You know, in this book right here, the Hebrewisms of West Africa, from Nile to Niger with the Jews, showing you our migration after the fall of Jerusalem, 70 AD. If you look on the back here, page 325, this is a map. This is one of the routes that we took from ancient Jerusalem, down through Egypt, through Ethiopia, all the way over to the west coast where we picked up. This whole area was called the Slave Coast. Ashanti, Yoruba, Songhai. This is where the majority of the slaves were picked up from and brought to America, but they were the descendants of the children of Israel who ran out of Jerusalem in 70 AD. They ran amongst other dark-skinned nations and dwelled there, and their descendants were picked up and thrown on the slave ships. That's how we can say we are the children of Israel without batting an eye. So I just wanted to go over something like that real quick while we just, out here, coming out here, you know what I'm saying? So all praise to the Most High on the God Son. That's it for that part. We're going to go ahead and chop it up with the script now.